1942. A woman walked into the Warsaw Ghetto, past armed guards, past barbed wire, into a place where people entered and never came out. She wasn't a prisoner. She had papers. She had permission. Disease control, they were told. Sanitation. The Germans let her in. Every single day. Same gate. Same guards. Same routine. And every evening, she walked back out. Alone. At least. That's what they believed. Because hidden beneath blankets, inside toolboxes, beneath silence, a child left with her, one at a time, right in front of them. And for a long time, no one noticed. The first time she entered, she didn't look at the guards. Not directly. Staring looked wrong. Avoiding looked wrong. She walked normally. Steps even. Breathing steady. Papers held where they could be seen. The gate opened slowly. Metal dragged against metal. A sound that lingered too long. Inside, the air changed. Heavy. Stale. Thick with something unseen. Too many people. Too little space. Children stood along the walls. Not playing. Not speaking. Just watching. Eyes too quiet for their age. She kept walking. Because stopping meant noticing. Noticing meant hesitation. Hesitation meant attention. For days, she only watched. She learned the rhythm. Guards rotated. Some searched. Some didn't. Most didn't care. Then one day, a hand caught her sleeve. Sudden. Desperate. She turned. A woman stood there. Eyes hollow. Face pale. Holding something too close. A child. Small. Wrapped tight. Too still. The woman didn't cry. Didn't beg. She whispered, "Take him." Irena didn't answer immediately. This moment changed everything. Take the child. And there was no going back. Walk away. And pretend she never saw. The child didn't move. Didn't cry. Barely breathed. Irena reached forward. Slowly. Took him. Held him close. And kept walking. The gate felt different now. Closer. Heavier. Watching. Each step slowed time. The guards stood as before. Same uniforms. Same rifles. One raised a hand. Stop. She stopped. Still. Calm. He stepped closer. Eyes moving carefully. "What is that?" "Supplies." He reached forward. Touched the cloth. Pressed slightly. The child didn't move. Didn't make a sound. Silence stretched. Too long. Then, the guard stepped back. "Go." She walked. One step. Then another. Past the gate. Only when the street opened ahead did her breath return. After that, she didn't stop. But she never rushed. Fast brought attention. Slow survived. Each day she entered. Each day she left. Sometimes with nothing. Sometimes with one. Rarely more. She changed methods. A toolbox. A sack. An ambulance marked for disease. Once, a child hidden beneath wood and cloth. So still. It felt impossible. Inside the ghetto, parents stopped asking questions. They didn't cry. They didn't hesitate. They handed their children over. Like placing something fragile into the unknown. Because staying was no longer survival. Saving them wasn't enough. She understood that early. Once they left, they lost everything. Names. Families. Identity. So at night, in silence, by dim light, she began writing. Every child. Every real name. Every new name. Where they were sent. Who took them. Carefully. Precisely. Then she folded the papers. Sealed them. Placed them in glass jars. and buried them deep. One afternoon, something felt wrong. The gate felt tighter, quieter. The guard watched too closely. She approached with a wooden box. Inside, a child. Sedated. Barely breathing. He stepped forward immediately. No rush today. His voice too calm. Open it. Everything narrowed. She set the box down. Hands steady. Lifted the lid. Just slightly. Tools. Cloth. Nothing moving. The child remained silent. Invisible. The guard leaned closer. Eyes narrowing. Seconds stretched. Then, he reached out. Closed the lid himself. Go. She lifted the box. Walked forward. Didn't turn. She didn't breathe fully. Until the gate was far behind her. By 1943, too many had disappeared. Too many questions. They started watching. Quietly. Patiently. Waiting for a mistake. Then they came. The arrest was sudden. Violent. Hands pulling. Voices shouting. No explanation. No time. Interrogation began immediately. Questions. Names. Routes. Locations. She gave nothing. Silence. Again. And again. The beatings followed. Measured. Relentless. Pain building slowly. Breaking the body. Piece by piece. But silence held. Because one word meant everything ending. They broke her legs. Left her unable to stand. Barely conscious. Still. She said nothing. The sentence came quickly. Death. But outside, others were moving. The resistance acted. Quietly. Money passed. Eyes turned away. And just before the end, she was gone. Disappeared. Like she had never been there. The records said she was dead. Executed. Finished. But she wasn't. She hid. She waited. She survived. When the war ended, she returned to the ground. She dug up the jars. One by one. Hundreds of names. Then thousands. Children who had lived, but lost themselves. She began the search. To restore what could be restored. Because survival was only the beginning. She saved around 2,500 children. Not with weapons. Not with power. But by walking into a place built for death. Every single day. And choosing who would live.